I am giving Zai a haircut today. I have everything set up here. We got my clippers ready, and I also have a second set charging just in case the battery runs out on this one. And we have set up a sensory friendly environment here. Zai's over in his swing, relaxing right now before the haircut. I always make sure I eat and have something to drink before I do these haircuts or really anything that I know is going to be labor intensive. This helps with my patience, and it also just helps me to focus more if I'm not hungry or thirsty or anything. I start out with brushing Zai's hair. Zai has sensory processing disorder. So things like cutting his nails, combing his hair, cleaning his ears, all of that are really difficult for him. So what I found is that combs, he doesn't like the feeling of a comb in his hair, but a soft bristled brush he can deal with. So that's what I'm using here, just to detangle his curls a little bit before the haircut. The clippers I'm going to be using today, they are meant for babies, but they're very quiet, and that helps with Zai's hypersensitivity to noises. I believe the brand is called Baby Brush, but I will put them in the link to those in the description. So you see him putting his hands over his ears now. And that's not because the clippers are loud. That is just Zai. He does that when he's nervous, but he also does that for to muffle sounds and to protect his ears. So not only does he not like loud noises, he does not like having his ears touched by really anything but his own hands. So if you do plan on cutting your child's hair at home and they have autism or sensory issues, I would say that you definitely need to work fast on this, not worry so much about getting them desensitized or used to the clippers. That'll come with time and repetition. I don't cut Zai's hair very often. I would say maybe 4 times a year. And his hair, luckily, his hair doesn't grow really fast. Another thing you really want to do is be making sure that you are gauging the child's level of stress at the time. As Zai's mom, I can tell with this that he is making noise. He's fussing really, but he's not distressed. So there's no tears or anything. He's just fussing because he doesn't like getting his hair cut. But that we can deal with. I would say if the haircut takes longer than 30 minutes, that you should probably break it up into 2 parts or however long, just so they're not sitting there going through this for a really long time. All in all, this haircut here took me a little less than 15 minutes to do. But when we first started, it would take close to an hour for me to do a haircut for Zai. And I would have to give him a long break after that first 30 minutes. And we would probably start during the morning and finish the haircut up in the evening before he goes for a bath. So you can see as I get closer to Zai's hands, he's getting more agitated. And that just comes with the territory. He does not like having his ears touched at all. And you want to be giving positive reassurance throughout all of this. You can't really hear it on here, but throughout the haircut, I'm telling him what a good job he is doing and just giving him hugs and kisses in between and letting him know that I'm proud of him for sticking it out through this. You can also do like these little breaks like I just did there where I was brushing his hair. It didn't really help anything with the cut. It's just to give him a break from the clippers a little bit and have him do something that's still related to the haircut, but it's not as stressful as getting a haircut. We finish up. Again, you give lots of praises, let them know what a great job they did and all of that, because this part here is honestly the toughest part of the haircut. So we're actually not finished yet. The next part is you will probably need, well, I needed a second person, a second set of hands to hold Zai's hands down so that I can get the hair around his ears. And for Zai, that is the worst part of the haircut. So I usually save that for last and I try to go really quick with it. And I have his dad here to hold his hands so that he doesn't cover his ears. And you can see the difference here from where he was in the chair. He was fussing in the chair, but now he's really agitated and distressed. So we don't want to do this for very long because we're not trying to push him into a meltdown. So we're all finished up. We got the cut done. I am not going to do like a lineup or anything on him because we are still working up to that. Maybe after more haircuts when it is less stressful for him, then I'll be able to go back and get any pieces. Like you can see some of the spots where his hair is a little thicker than in other places. If I were just doing a regular haircut on someone neurotypical, I would go back for those. But for now, this is good for Zai.